Welcome back to the Mike on the Mic podcast with your good old fella DJ Mikey D. Fuck the fame, but I'll take the fortune, baby. You've landed in the right place. We're killing it. It's Unfiltered Friday. Today's a bit of a bitch, man. My internet is out, so we're using the good old phone for some news stories. So, without further ado, baby, let's get it started. Found a crazy little thing here already. It says, and this is actually a post, and everybody's saying, "Are you all right, Kentucky?" Because apparently a Kentucky senator argues that child sex dolls are beneficial to minor attracted people in disturbing judicial committee statement. Yeah, that's I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, minor attracted people should just be fucking thrown. Nah, let me say this. Minor attracted people should just be thrown in the fucking depths of hell. Cause that's weird. That's really weird. I don't even know how you could even think that's okay. Especially child. I mean, sure, maybe it would help. No, it doesn't. I've seen actually many arguments of that, and also like with like VR and AI. People are saying, oh, they could like. It's so weird to say, but it's actually very weird to say. But many people are like, oh, well, with AI, maybe these crazy bastards can like start effing digital versions, which is just so fucked up. Like, why do you even have to do that? And here's the thing: once you start effing the digital versions, you're just gonna want the real thing more. I think, which I think is just gonna happen with this child sex dolls. I think you're just gonna use them enough until you just want the real thing, which, yeah, it's not going to help a minor attracted person, which is aka a freaking pedophile, fucking predator. Don't mask that either. Yeah, I don't feel too good about that. Let's see what else we got here. Looks like Apple got fined for $1.8 billion over App Store restrictions on music streaming. EU fines Apple. So let's take a look at that. Hey, good old Europe. Click on the article, man. I hate using my phone for this right now, dude. Stupid internet's being freaking mean to me. Apple's been fined 1.8 billion by the EU after an investigation found it had limited competition from music streaming services such as Spotify. The fine is nearly 4 times higher than expected, as the European Commission attempts to show it will act decisively on tech companies who abuse their dominant positions in the marketing for online services. The European Competition Commissioner, Margrethe Vestager, said a smaller fine would have been nothing more than the equivalent of a parking fine, and the 1.8 billion was designed to act as a deterrent against a repetition of such practices by Apple or others. I think it's important to see that if you are a company who is dominant and you have something illegal, it will be punished. We want to show our resolve that we will get into these cases, baby. As a result of the anti-competitive practices, the public ended up paying more than they should have for music streaming, she said. I wonder how much more. Let me get down a little bit deeper in this, just in case. She said the fine represented 0.5 of Apple's global turnover. The tech company disadvantaged users by restricting app developers from openly promoting cheaper music subscription services available outside the Apple ecosystem, the commission found. Okay. So they must have promoted like a cheaper version for the good old European folks. And that messes with the competition in this field. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Spotify and other app providers have been long-standing critics of Apple's App Store, which they argue stifles competition by charging a 30% fee on apps and in-app purchases. However, Apple has announced plans to allow EU customers to download apps on the iPhones outside the App Store in response to the introduction of the Trading Blocks DMA, which has been brought in to regulate major tech firms such as Apple, Microsoft, and Mark Zuckerberg's Meta. Responding to the fine, Apple said the decision was reached despite the Commission's failure to uncover any credible evidence of consumer harm and ignores the realities of a market that is thriving, competitive, and growing fast. Today, Spotify has a 56% share of Europe's music streaming market, more than double their closest competitors, and pays Apple nothing for the services that have helped them make one of the most recognizable brands in the world. A large part of their success is due to the App Store, along with all the tools and technology that Spotify uses to build, update, and share their app with Apple users around the world. That is true as well. And Apple actually added that statement to their appeal. And Spotify says, this decision sends a powerful message. No company, not even a monopoly like Apple, can wield power abusively to control how other companies interact with their customers. It's a basic concept of free markets. Customers should know what options they have, and customers, not Apple, should decide what to buy and where, when, and how. That is also true as well. So what is Apple trying to boot off Spotify in Europe? Is that what I'm getting at too? Because Apple said, that they get 56% share of Europe's music streaming market, which is huge, over half. And Apple's not too fond of it because iPhone users can download Spotify straight from the App Store. So that's probably one of the bigger problems there. That's pretty crazy, man. Actually, I got my internet back. Got my internet back on the podcast, baby. So let's use it up. Let's get some more news. Yeah, wow, what a lawsuit there. That's pretty crazy. Gee, bus. At the Florida Man Games, big crowds cheer competitors evading police and wrestling over beer. Florida Man Games? What is that? I bet that's pretty beast. They rose up by the dozens from across Florida, caricatured competitors in tank tops and cut-off shorts for a showdown that treats evading police and wrestling over beer like Olympic sports. Promoted as the most insane athletic showdown on Earth, the Florida Man Games poke fun at the state's repetition for bizarre stories that involve brawling, drinking, gunfire, reptile wrangling, and other antics carrying a risk of time in jail or intensive care. The games kicked off Saturday with the Star-Spangled Banner played on electric guitar. Then spectators sipping canned beers behind the metal barricades cheered and frequently shouted expletives as a dozen teams battled in contests inspired by real events from America's most surreal state. So it's kind of like that's funny, dude. It's like a Florida Man event for freaking crazy that's awesome, bro. James Gordon of D-Land won the first event, wolfing down a plate loaded with barbecue pork and sausage, a fraction of a second. Oh my god, in a fraction of a second before his nearest competitor. Oh, he didn't. Okay. He didn't eat that in a fraction of a second. He won in a fraction of a second before his nearest competitor. And he chugged a beer to celebrate. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past the man. Gordon said, I've lived in Florida my whole life. After washing sauce from his hands and beard, they're calling these events, I'm calling this expletive Tuesday afternoon. I don't know what the expletive was. I can't even guess, honestly. One event had contenders dueling in muddy water in an inflatable pool, pummeling each other with weapons made from pool noodles and duct tape. Another was a theft simulation relay in which competitors raced while toting a pair of bicycles, copper pipes, and catalytic converters. Dude, this is sick, bro. I would love to, go to this, dude. This is funny. Larry Donnelly trained for the relay race by riding a bicycle around his neighborhood with a second bike strapped to his back. Holy shit. It paid off Saturday when he won his heat after picking up a bike in each hand and running with them. I have an absolute disregard for self-preservation. I will do anything, said Donnelly, who owns a St. Augustine pressure washing business and serves as captain of the 5-man team Hanky Spanky. When I was in the military, I did a little alligator wrestling. Bro should have won that event, man. Dude, if there wasn't alligator wrestling in this event, I'm going to be pissed. Spectators paid real money, $45 per ticket. Okay, this is definitely worth the $45 instead of the Willy Wonka experience of Florida Man games. Jesus Christ. That's freaking hilarious. And this was at Francis Field in downtown St. Augustine. Oh my god, I would fucking pay for this, dude. The Florida Man phenomenon seeped into the nation's conscience thanks in part to a Twitter account that started in 2013 with the handle _Florida Man. I didn't even know this was a thing either. I don't use Twitter. The account always tweeted real-life stories of the world's first superhero. Wait. Oh, not tweeted. Touted. I don't know what that means, though. Sharing news headlines such as Florida Man bites dog to establish dominance. And Florida Man tried to pay for McDonald's with weed. They just do weird crap. Florida's claim to be the strangest state goes back much further, said journalist Craig Pittman, who wrote the book Oh, Florida, How America's Weird State Influences the Rest of the Country. He noted that the first flag to fly over its capital in 1845 bore the motto, "Let us alone." Apparently nobody listened. Florida today has 22 million residents, the third largest population of any U.S. state, and they all share roads, beaches, and timeshares with more than 130 million tourists per year. You cram that many people together, they're bound to start running into each other and being freaking weird. With cars and chasing each other with machetes, Pittman says. Pittman noted there have also been plenty of crazy stories featuring Florida women, and plenty of them turned out to watch the games Saturday, which is awesome. Bunch of diversity over there at the Florida games. That's great. Sally Yarborough and her daughter Danielle Yarborough got tickets as a Christmas gift from their boss, along with a case of vodka. Holy crap, what a boss. God, I wish I had that boss. Hopefully more women will be there like us, Danielle said. We're usually the only rowdy ones. Leading up to Saturday, Joshua Barr and his Cooter Commandos teammates spent time whipping up fan support on Facebook with posts showing the trio chugging Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Oh, God. And jogging in jeans, shorts, and mirrored sunglasses. Their team name comes from a turtle species celebrated by their hometown of Iverness. Sure, that's what that means. The Commandos didn't stop with online promotion and trash talking of rival teams. Barr, a 37-year-old movie reviewer and podcaster, oh God, said they also printed t-shirts, temporary tattoos, and a large custom flag to wave on the field. We might be taking it more seriously than most people, Barr said. You kinda just have to be a part of the joke at this point. Everybody knows the joke, man. Florida freaking people are crazy. Joshua Barr. Nah, look, that's such a funny story, bro. The Florida games, dude. That is unreal, man. Would you be part of the Florida games? Oh, buddy, you know I would be. Let's see what else we got. 2 police horses on the lam caused traffic jam on I-90 in Cleveland area. How did that happen? Stick a gander. Drivers on an Ohio interstate came upon an unusual traffic hazard over the weekend. A pair of police horses trotting against traffic on the highway. The 2 animals on the lam, I don't know what that is, caused, I think that's what, is that what I-90 on the lam caused an on-traffic jam Saturday afternoon as they wove through slowing traffic, and then stopped it on Interstate 90 in the downtown Cleveland area. Cleveland.com reports that video from the Ohio Department of Transportation showed the animals trotting on the side of the road near the unit stables at about 12:15 p.m. Saturday. Another video showed them heading westbound in the eastbound interstate lane, slowing and then halting traffic. The camera follows the animals, ultimately trailed by a police cruiser with flashing lights, heading further along the highway and then down an on-ramp before cutting across a grassy section onto a side street and out of view. Get out of here, pop-up. Cleveland Police Sergeant Wilfredo Diaz told reporters that the horses were members of the department's mounted division. He said they inadvertently strayed during routine care and exercise. Oh, so these babies got out. Ooh. And causing jams, man. How do they cause jams? Do they just stop in the freaking, like, right on the road, bro? Video of the horseplay prompted a good deal of online hilarity, with even the transportation department getting into the snarky act. Oh, wow. They posted on Twitter, some real horsepower on I-90 in downtown Cleveland today. Any injuries? Nay. That's funny, though. That's pretty funny. But yeah. I wonder if there is a video of that so I can see how the hell they blocked I-90. What was it? Yeah, 2 police horses just causing the jam? Jesus. What a crazy pile of goons, I'd say. But, alright, I think I am going to end the episode here. I am still having some internet troubles. I think that's the last article I can actually get on my computer. And I started out just using my phone a little bit. Oh, yeah, this has been a crazy Friday episode, I'd say. But thank you for joining me. You came to the right place. I always love talking to you. But yeah, I'm going to end the episode here, baby. And until next time, come back on the Mike of the Mike podcast. DJ Mikey D. Got some things brewing up. We're going to have a good darn time. But until then, I'll see you later.